Good morning, Denny. It is Wednesday, August 17th, and instead of me giving a scathing review of Harry Potter #1, The Sorcerer/Philosopher's Stone, I decided I want to do a house quiz instead because I really didn't have time to read 18 chapters of a kid's book. Amendment, 17 chapters, I apologize. So I decided to hop onto BuzzFeed so I can find out which house I am. Never mind again, this is which combination of houses I am. Yay. I've always identified as a Ravenclaw, but just because it's easy and those are the smart people. So are you ready to find out which house combination I am? Pick a Beatles song. Got to Get You Into My Life. I've Just Seen a Face. Norwegian Wood. All You Need Is Love. I'm Looking Through You. Think for Yourself. I am a Beatles fan, but I've only heard of All You Need Is Love, so I'm going to pick that one. Choose a role model. Sherlock, the 11th Doctor, Finn, Scarlett Johansson from The Avengers, Black Widow, that's her name, Katniss, and Tyrion Lancaster. Sherlock? What would you do on your first day at Hogwarts? Worry about whether I'm going to be popular, make friends with the nerds, make sure I get into all the best classes, introduce myself to people who seem like fun, find the Quidditch field, find the library. To be honest, make sure I get into the best classes. That's kind of important on the first day of school. Pick a mythical hybrid. A seahorse, which is like a mermaid horse, a chicken dragon, a horse eagle, a multi-headed dragon, a griffin, and a griffin again. I'm going to go with seahorse because it's literally a horse and a mermaid together. Look at that seahorse. Pick a Rolling Stones song. Sympathy for the Devil, Shattered, You Can't Always Get What You Want, Under My Thumb, Wild Horses, Painted Black. I'm going to go with Painted Black. Choose one of the friends. Chandler, duh. What would be your best subject at Hogwarts? History of Magic, Magical Theory, Flying, Potion, Defense Against Dark Arts, and Care of Magical Creatures. I think Magical Theory, because that sounds fun. Pick a mismatched superhero/supervillain combo. Loki vs. Spider-Man, Magneto vs. Star-Lord, Tony Stark vs. Lex Luthor, Shredder vs. Thor, Ultron vs. Daredevil, or Captain America vs. Doctor Doom. I'm going to go with Magneto vs. Star-Lord because that sounds amazing. It asks me to pick a quote, and I'm not going to read you all of them because I'm lazy, but I'm going to pick the one that says, Sirius is the only refuge for the shallow. You've got Raverin. You've got mail. You've got Raverin, so Ravenclaw and Slytherin. You have a genuine love of learning and acquiring new knowledge, but your efforts at self-improvement are geared specifically towards achieving the success you know you deserve. You prefer to avoid confrontation, not because you're afraid of it, but because you don't suffer fools gladly. You have a particular gift for seeing the merit of both sides of an argument, and you're not afraid to use that ability to win in a fight, even when you know you're wrong. I hate to say that's accurate because I don't put much faith in this, but Raverin, what can you do? I do hate suffering fools, and I've been doing that a lot recently. But that's life. Hopefully, by next week, I can give you my in-depth review of Harry Potter 1, because it is a children's book, and I should be able to get through it. But I'm also reading A Storm of Swords from Game of Thrones, so that's pretty fun. But, you know, I'm not too worried about life. But anyways, I will see you on Friday. I'm sorry I missed a day. Let me know my punishment, and I'll do it as soon as possible. DFTBA, stay super, bye.